Peace, kings and queens. Welcome back to my channel. Once again, it's your girl SP, back with another video. So today, we are going to be discussing your energy and why it is important and why it should be treated as a commodity. Okay, and yes, I said commodity, baby. All right, so if you're interested in finding out more about this topic, keep watching. Why is energy so important? I think it's important because energy is everything. It's the life force. You literally need it to do everything that you do, whether it's thinking, sleeping, eating, walking, talking, chewing. Everything requires your energy, okay? Everything. So this is why it's so important. What is the technical definition of energy? So in physics, it's defined as the ability or the capacity for you to do work. Okay? So my personal definition is more so like it's the get up and go that runs within you, your power, if you will. Now, energy exists in many forms, okay? So I'm about to take y'all back to like 4th grade science class. I don't know if everybody was paying attention. I was. I'm kind of a nerd. I like science. That's why I break down my videos like this so much. I give you the science, then I give you the metaphysics behind it. You feel me? So we got potential energy, kinetic energy, thermal energy, electrical energy, chemical energy, and so on and so forth. To get where I'm going, they're all energy, but different forms. Potential energy is energy at rest, but it basically has the potential to go. So when you think of potential energy, think of like when you're pulling a bow back, like you're about to shoot a bow and arrow, that's potential energy. It's held back, but if you let that thing go, boom, it's gonna go, it's gonna be at a lot of force. Now, kinetic energy is more like energy in motion. So if you were to jump, that's kinetic energy, okay? Potential turns into kinetic because when you jump, you have to spring up. You get me? According to the law of conservation of energy, energy cannot be created. Energy cannot be destroyed. It can only be transferred from one form to another, or for the sake of our topic today, from one person to another as well. Both of those are important and both of those are true. For example, me transferring my energy to another, I literally can push someone. I just transfer my energy to them. Now, today, since we're talking about your energy as a commodity, let's define a commodity. Anything that's useful or valuable is a commodity. For example, water is a commodity. It can be bought and sold. It can be transferred. It's a commodity. It's considered valuable because we need it. Our body needs it. Plants needs it. It's a commodity. Now's the time to start looking at your energy as a commodity with value that can be exchanged or transferred for something else, i.e. a currency. Now, I'm going there, okay? So if water is a commodity, don't we buy it at the store? Don't I hand $2 to the person and get a bottle of water? So there's an exchange that goes there because it's considered valuable. So to convey that value, I'm willing to exchange money for it, okay? So your energy should be looked at similarly. Since my energy has value because I literally need it to do everything that I need to do in life, it should be looked at as a commodity and something that could be exchanged similarly as currency. One thing that you have to realize is that when it comes to currency, your mind automatically goes to money. But the reality is anything that can be exchanged for something else is currency, okay? We didn't always live in a world where people exchanged goods and services for money only. We once lived in a world where people exchanged other goods and services for other goods and services that were all valuable, like a barter system, okay? So it was considered things of equivalent value that were being exchanged for one another, okay? So currency is not only money. It's just now that we live in a world where when we think currency, we only think money. And that's kind of a downside, if you ask me, because not everything can be exchanged for money. But that's just on this earthly plane, okay? When you are talking about other dimensions and other worlds, money is of no consequence. For example, spiritual currency, that's energy, okay? So if you're trying to communicate with your ancestors, your spirit guides, with spirit angels, you can't send them a $20 bill. That's of no consequence to them. Your energy needs to be in a certain place on a certain vibrational frequency to even be exchanged as currency. But I digress. When you begin to view your energy like a commodity or like another form of currency, like I just described, you will begin to value it a lot more. And you will begin to pay attention to the exchanges that you're having with your energy. When you value something, you will not exchange it for free. You will not exchange it for cheap, something that's not worth the level of it, something cheaper than it. So look at it like that when you're having experiences, when you're exchanging with someone. Are you exchanging your energy for something cheap? Such as, for example, a low vibrational conversation. That's an energy exchange. So if you're sitting there with someone and they want to gossip about another person, pause right there and think to yourself, is my high vibrational and high value energy worth this conversation? Is it worth this energy exchange? Because now you're exchanging something that's at a high value for something that's low and minimal. I no longer engage in gossiping conversations. It has no interest to me. It cannot produce or be transferred for something as equivalent valued as my energy. You feel me? These are the examples I'm talking about. Start to look at your life as an energy exchange. Only go in places that are worth your energy. Only exchange energies with people who are worthy. If you're not exchanging your energy as a commodity or as a currency, you're literally giving it away for free. And that's maybe because you don't find it valuable. I find my energy valuable because I understand what comes with it. I understand that when I walk in the room, the energy shifts because I'm there. Because I have value. The energy I bring has value. So I don't exchange that with beings or people or conversations or things that do not serve me and are not going to pour this same equivalent energy back into me that I've poured into the situation. Kings and queens, start looking at sex as an energy exchange. Okay? Your sexual energy is valuable. Okay? You know why? Because it's literally equivalent to your creative energy. They both come from your sacral chakra, okay, which houses your creative energy and your sexual energy. So when you're engaging in a sexual act with a person, you should have already evaluated if this person is equivalent or if they're worthy of an energy exchange with you. So if you're dealing with a being that has not healed their traumas or not even on their path of healing, does not love themselves, does not value themselves, does not treat their bodies as if they value themselves, they don't exercise, they drink, smoke all day, every day, ask yourself, is this someone that you want to be exchanging energy with? Ask yourself. Or if you feel that that's equivalent energy to you, then so be it. But I really had to stop and question myself with this, because now we're at the place that I'm in. I've worked through my traumas. I've healed my inner child. So if I'm exchanging energy with a man that has not done so, he's now receiving energy that is high vibrational and healed and of love, no negative energy, but he is exchanging to me his traumas, his low vibrations, his unhealed inner child. So is that an even exchange? I think not. So if you're continuously having sex with beings that are not on your level, and it may sound bad, but it may explain why you feel lesser than or lower afterwards. If you're dealing with someone that has anger issues, you have sex with them, now the next day you're angry or upset, it's not a coinky dink. You've exchanged energy with that being. This is how we need to start looking at everything. Not just sex, but conversations. Everything is an energy exchange. Mentally, it takes energy for you to think a thought. So even if you're alone, you're still doing an energy exchange with yourself. So if you're sitting there thinking negative thoughts all the time, stop and think, is this worth my time? You do not have to entertain every thought that comes across your mind. Let me give you another example of an energy exchange. You watching TV. So whether you believe it or not, that's an energy exchange. So if you're one of those people, and it is kind of old school, but like our grandparents will watch the news at 12, 4, 5, and then 11 p.m. What's on the news? Negative energy, okay? So they're telling you about all the bad stuff that happened. This shooting here, this, that. The president did this happened. Is that not a negative energy exchange? So you're taking in all of these negative energies, and then where does it go? It sits inside of you. So now you've engaged in fear mongering, all of these different things that are now inside of you because you've chose to exchange that energy with the news. I'll be honest with you, I don't watch the news. I'm still informed on what's going on that is necessary for me to be informed on when it actually concerns my life. But I will not sit there and intake a bunch of negativity just so I can call myself informed. You really have to reevaluate what you're intaking. Your diet is not just what you eat. It's also what you're taking in mentally, spiritually, and physically. So if you're always engaging with low vibrational beings, low vibrational conversations, low vibrational programming on the television, it would explain why your reality correlates with that low vibration. You have to expect and think more highly of your energy and what it's worth, so that you know that it's not worth you exchanging with these lower vibrational energies. I know you all have heard of energy vampires. Okay, so my definition of an energy vampire is a human being that does not have the ability to generate their own positive energy within themselves, so they have to go around others and siphon it from them. Now, some of us may have family members like this, some of us may have friends like this, and honestly, it's up to you to evaluate if you want to continue to keep energy vampires in your life. But I personally am not interested. So I'll give you an example. Like earlier I said in the video, gossip. If there's someone that only calls you when they want to gossip, that's an energy vampire. They want to dump the negative energy on you and siphon the good stuff and then keep going, okay? Or if you have that friend that only calls you when they're going through stuff and they're always crying and they just want you to make them feel better. Can you just talk to me? Can you just tell me? That's all they call you for? Now, I'm not saying that you can't be there for your friends and family. What I'm saying is pay attention to those people that only call you at those times. They only call you to dump their negative energy. They may not even ask you how you're doing before they start talking. They'll just say, guess what happened to me today? This has been a worst day. I gotta tell somebody. That is negative energy. I'm sorry. If you're not calling for solutions and positive energy to do something and transmute that negative day into something better, do not call me. I'm not your dumping ground, and you have to think highly enough of your energy to do so. Now, like I said, it is not wrong to help people out if they're wanting solutions. But some people don't want solutions. They call it venting, but really all it is to me is dwelling in negative energy. But to each his own. Personally, it's important for me to keep my energy high vibrational. Okay, this is why I wake up in the morning and I have a morning routine, because I want to set the tone for my day to be at a positive level. So I don't pick up my phone when I first wake up and read text messages or read the news or hop on social media. No, I charge myself up, because you're a battery. You have rechargeable energy if you choose to, but you choose the energy that you charge it up with. So I wake up, I'm saying affirmations, I'm meditating. These are recharging my batteries with positive energy so that I can go into my day positively. If you wake up and you look at your phone and the first thing you see is some news that makes you cringe, is that a way that you really want to start your day? You have to start really looking at the energy around you and the energy that you emit as a commodity, okay? So that's really just the purpose of this video, is to kind of change your perspective on energy and on you. Your energy is your life force. That's really all you have. You need it to do everything. So I will not engage in situations or with people that are there to just drain me of my life force. So then I don't have any left to do what I'm here to do and to fulfill my purpose for that day or for my lifetime. Start to value your energy, which is your power, as a commodity. You are a powerful being. You are here for a reason. You have a purpose. You got things to do. And you can't do it if you're always drained and if you have no energy, if you're tired. Okay? So I love you guys. Your energy is worth it. Don't let nobody else tell you nothing different. Okay? Peace, kings and queens. Love y'all.